Suavecito, suavecito me ligan, suavecito.
Signs for your ride. SignBro's is the place where we make your signs.
Hello.
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 Good morning. Happy New Year.
Some super high note.
Not this early in the
Welcome
morning.
to
Not
our
this early in the
podcast. I want to welcome you in this new year, 2020. Subscribe on the link below. With us this morning, we have a special guest voted since 2015.
2013, actually.
Oh, 2013?
Yeah.
All right.
He's the Chicano Elton John.
they actually call me in New Mexico Elton Juan.
Oh,
Nice.
he was voted Piano Man each year since 2013, Mr. Anthony Torres.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
man.
Give it up.
Yes.
Very, very grateful. Very, very humbling.
Happy New Year, bro.
Hey, same to you guys. Thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for coming on, man. Thanks for
And
coming
off to a good start too. He brought us some McDonald's coffee
Right.
and burritos, which will
Can't say that
we'll
name.
spare you the
Homemade
Name on
burritos.
the show.
make something.
I just want to say, man, every time that I've seen you, you put on a hell of a show, man.
I appreciate it.
You get the crowd involved, and it's a good time. It's always a good time
I
seeing
try.
you, man.
I try.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
for sure.
A lot of people that do know me, they know I'm full of jokes, full of fun, full of. So what I like to do is my the thing that I tell people is that I try to put the FU in fun.
Hey, that's
And take it how you will, but I'm a jokester. Don't take me too serious.
So for people who don't really know you, and I'm sure probably everybody knows you, but what exactly is your entertainment? Your one man show type of thing?
Yeah, a lot of people call it one-man band, and I'm anti-one-man band. I'm like one man that doesn't need a band, is what I like to do. It's because a lot of one-man bands, they have everything pre-recorded. Everything is, they loop it, or they go and they just go and just playing the melody with it and sing along with it.
Karaoke.
To me, it's kind of karaoke-ish, so I really don't like that so much. So I'm playing the bass live over here. I'm playing the keyboard live over here. I'm changing the drum pattern constantly and singing. So mistakes and all, it's live.
Yeah.
Just like a live band. I don't like anything pre-recorded or anything like that. So like,
Cool.
So I'd say mistakes and all, you get what you pay for.
And that's for,
But
for
I'd
all occasions, right?
every occasion.
Divorces, everything.
That's probably the most popular.
it's the most FU in the fun.
Yeah, you know what? I had a very beautiful friend tell me a couple of weeks ago, which is great. She said, "You know what the number one cause of divorce is?" And I'm like, "Man, I played for 104 weddings in 2 years here in El Paso when I was still doing shows in El Paso." And I said, "No, what's the number one cause? Marriage." So I said, you know what? From now on, every time the chance comes up, I'm going to use that.
You said you're not doing El Paso anymore. What's going on? What's your schedule like these days?
I've been doing Southwest New Mexico and West Texas for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And not that I don't want to be here in El Paso, but I am originally from Roswell, New Mexico, Southwest New Mexico. So it feels good to be able to get back over there and have shows over there. I've met so many great people. All these small towns that just love entertainment.
Yeah.
And it fits my genre perfectly.
Backyard party.
It's just it's a good time every time. I run into family all the time and make new friends all the time. All these, like I said, all these little towns: Ruidoso, Alto, Roswell, Artesia,
Carlsbad,
Hobbs, Lubbock.
Nice.
It's good. I mean, it does get kind of lonely. That's why I'm constantly talking to the man upstairs. He's my best friend these days. I just talk to him all the time. Thanking him and asking him to be sure and keep me safe on the road because I'm constantly on the road. But it's completely worth it. completely worth it. I love doing what I'm doing. I've been a musician for 32 years. I started my dad's band when I was 12 years old, playing the little squeeze box, playing an accordion, which I do miss doing that because.
But you still play it every once in a while, right? I mean, you pull
it out. People at the house, people that go to the house, come on, let's do a song or something. You've been there before.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah. So you know what? That was my first. Actually, alto saxophone was my very first instrument. I started my uncle Jaime. My dad's band was Suavecito from Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, cool.
And it was my dad and 3 of my uncles. So of course, it's in my blood.
What's the history on that? I mean, I know they go way back, right?
Yeah, I've been playing for 32 years, and so my dad probably about 52 years.
And what does he play? What are the instruments?
Now he plays the drums. At that time, when I first started, he was playing keyboards and singing. He's a lead singer. He has great voice.
Yeah.
So all of them, and now it's still just my dad and one of my uncles left that are playing. Everybody else just kind of does their own thing, but they still actually have a band still to date. So my uncle showed me how to play saxophone when I was about 11 years old. Right before, I guess, in elementary school, you get to pick an instrument at 6th grade at 12 years old. So I didn't know how to read music yet, but I was already playing music. So in Roswell, I learned how to play saxophone. So my choice was you either go to recess or go to band. So, of course, me. But it worked out.
Wait, well, I'm still waiting for that answer. I don't know.
It worked out great. Let me tell you how I picked band because I just love opening the garage door and seeing my dad and all my uncles.
Nice.
Yeah,
of course,
I loved it. I would just sit there and just like, I want to do this. I want to do this. So, I picked saxophone because I already knew how to play it, but then I learned how to read it. So I learned at 12 years old, women love it. Girls love it.
There it is.
Girls love it. So I would open up the bedroom door for everybody who was playing recess, and I had a girlfriend at the time. I'm not going to say her name, of course, but I would play Tequila. That was a song that I would play.
That brought them on.
And she was like, and at that time I learned and I knew I wanted to be an entertainer. I just love to entertain.
Sure.
I just love to entertain. And after that, maybe a year later, my mom found an accordion at a garage sale for, I think she paid $13. I think it was probably like $25, but she probably jewed them down to about $12 or $13. My mom, most beautiful woman in the world, is the queen of garage sales. Bless her heart.
I think my mom has a little competition. I want to see them go together, man. I want to see my mom and your mom.
You know what the funniest thing was? So my mom bought me this accordion, and it was a big one. It wasn't made for Tejano music, but I still love the keys were real little, and it was heavy. It was so heavy. I mean, 12 years old. I was probably about 65 pounds.
Soaking wet.
Yeah, soaking wet.
Wow.
Yeah, hunchback, holding this big accordion, and just learning to play it. And then, of course, I loved it so much. I would jump on tables. Everything was wireless, so I'd jump on tables. I'd go around, walking around, playing for everybody, and then I started like, I want to be different. So I painted it and destroyed that accordion. I like, gosh, I wanted the black keys white keys black, and then I wanted to finally purchase my very first good accordion. So me and my dad went up to Albuquerque, and at the time I wanted a Horner. Horner and Gabinelli is the two of the top line accordions. So we went up and I took this one, the one that my mom bought for $12 or $13. And this guy, to get a praise of this guy, he goes, "Wow, this is nice." He goes, it was an Italian one. It's not a Gabinelli, but it was an Italian one, and I forgot what it was. But it was made for like more of the music, the Italy music. With the moon. Yeah. It was made for that. And he goes, "This was probably worth about $1,800 before you destroyed it."
Oh!
So I learned.
Wow. Painting the keys.
Painting the keys.
And she got it for $13.
She bought it for $13, and that's how my mom loves stuff. And she just loves. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah. And I was like, "Mom,
$1,800."
Yeah. So it was like
destroyed it. Huh?
Yeah. But nonetheless,
paint the keys back to the colors.
Well, because I would take it all apart because you don't in the type of music that I was playing at the time, Tejano music. There's reeds on your left hand, reeds for the right hand, but for Tejano music, you take out the reeds. You take out the reeds for your left, and you just use the buttons for air. Shh. You know, you're not using thumb, you're not doing that. You're just basically using this, but you need faster air so that's so you just literally destroyed it.
Wow. So how much did you get for it?
No, I kept it until
You got your $13 back?
I got my. No, I just wanted to ask what it was worth. I still kept it. I wasn't going to sell it, but then I probably would have sold it if it was still worth it.
What kind of music do you play?
These days?
Yeah.
These days, I play the biggest variety I think anybody. Well, I play a big variety, but I try to stick with 50s, 60s, 70s, little 80s, little 90s, and 2000s as far as country. You'll hear a genre of Merle Haggard,
Nice.
Elton John, George Strait, Ice Cube.
Dr.
I've
Dre.
never heard Ice Cube on
Dre.
accordion.
well, come to one of my shows and you'll definitely.
And I have to say,
definitely.
I have not been to one of your shows yet. I still need to go on your shows.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I have not been.
It's a good time. It's always a good time.
You know, I dress up like Elton John. I try to do tributes to Elton John, Lionel Richie, George Strait. Like, just every song was a hit at one point and still is, and that's why I like to just call my shows reminiscing. Every song, I just like to look at people in the audience like, oh, I remember this song, and I love it. And I love what I do, and I realized when I became a piano man, probably about 15, 16 years ago is when I just decided, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And it blew up. And I am very, 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 very grateful for El Paso, you know, all the little small towns that are just embraced me and just, I mean, it's very humbling to be able to do what I'm doing that I really, really, really love. So,
Well, when you say going back to like 50s and stuff like that too, do you see? I would imagine certain people react to it, but do you get a good response like from the younger people when you play the older music? Are the younger people get into it, or vice versa?
Yeah, exactly. The younger people that are at the places that I do perform at, they're there because they enjoy that. It's not, there's not usually a lot of younger people at the shows that I play. I play at more of a fine dining places.
Oh, okay.
High class.
Yeah, like, El Paso has so many nice places. So I used to do all the fine dining places here. These small towns, they grew up just listening to old school music, and they still love it. So,
wow.
So I mean, it's just their parents love music, so it's embedded in their minds. They might not know the songs, but they're like,
they've heard
I
it.
know this song. So it's great. People are very, very responsive to it, and like I said, I just love to see people. I love their reactions. I love their reactions, first of all, because I'm not your typical piano man, look-wise, I guess. Yeah. But I love it to see their first response from the first note that comes out of my mouth and the first notes that come out of the piano, and I love that. I love, that's the gift that I know that God gave me. Like, man, this is what I was here for, to put smiles on people's faces. Cool. It's good. It's great. It's great.
Let's go back a little bit. You said that you started when you were 12 years old. I know you guys were in the band thing and you did that, but I know you talked about, we go way back and you talked about like the award shows and stuff that you guys have played at. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, like I said, starting my dad's band at 12 years old. Suavecito was the name of the band. Playing Tejano music.
Which is that's the more southern New Mexico.
Southern New Mexico, San Antonio style.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly that. So, it's more like a Jay Perez, Emilio Nevada, that style of music. And as I got older, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, there's so many, born and raised in Roswell, New Mexico, there's so many great musicians.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many great musicians. I'm very thankful to the people that I've played for in their bands and that have taught me and mentored me and all that stuff, man. Everybody's so awesome. But we've always had so many different bands. We've been to Tejano Music Awards. We've been to New Mexico Music Awards. And
you played at these ones?
Yes, Santa Fe. Yeah, oh gosh, it's been over 20 years that I've been to anything like that. It's been a while since I have actually even played Tejano music. And I still listen to it. I love every genre of music.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes being on the road all the time, I get tired of music, period. I just like, I want peace and quiet.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's listen to the SignBroCast.
of course, that. You know, well, I'm either listening to that or I'm either here at your shop.
Right.
Just to come say hi to you guys. You guys have done so much work for me as well. I mean, I try to promote you guys as much as possible. You guys made me some of the best shirts that I get so many compliments on.
Yeah.
You guys have made me the biggest posters that people constantly asking, where did you get it from? And, you know, so I'm very, very grateful for you guys too. You guys have always done a great job. Great job.
Tell us about that shirt that you were just saying about the
Yeah. So I'm gonna be giving away when are we? I don't know how to say it.
What? What are you trying to say? Don't just say it.
We're not 9 meters, bro.
It's very rare that I'm a loss for words. I'm not a big talker.
No, not at all.
I'm not a big
Not at
talker.
all.
No, but
Quiet with you.
I'm going to be giving away a couple of shirts. It's going to have to do with a piano man, with my personality, my humor. It is going to say "I love PMS," which is Piano Man Show.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to figure out a way that we can give those away. That way, whoever we give them away to, people can either DM or make or you know, when they watch the podcast, they can make a comment or something. We'll see something or you know, but they have to come to Sign Bros to pick them up.
You got to pay on there.
nice.
Okay, there you go.
Pick them
Gotta
so they
come
can see the
visit.
shop. Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. There you
Maybe
go.
we could set a day that we'll be here, and I'll be here too with you guys or something. And
Sure.
hang out or something.
Come to Sign Bros for your PMS. You got it.
There it is.
The small.
And actually, you know, with all pun intended, it is going to have the really small. So it is I love the PMS, and in the back, of course, it's going to explain Piano Man Show.
Wow.
So
And how long did your shows usually last?
3 hours is
Really?
about 3 hours is about the norm for
standard.
everything. Yeah, of course. And of course, I'm one of very, very few, if any, that I've ever heard of all these places that I don't take breaks. I mean, I love doing what I'm doing.
Wow.
It's 3 hours of constant music. And just because I love doing what I'm doing.
Sure.
I love, and people are there for a reason. They want to hear music, you know, and I could take a break when I'm done. So that's how I see it.
On the road?
Here in El Paso, yeah, exactly. That's my break time. That's my downtime in the hotel or on the road. But here in El Paso, I think the longest show that I had done was Emerald Springs Golf Course, and I want to say probably about 5 years ago out in Horizon. It was for Mother's Day, and I think I did 6 hours.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, 6 hours, you know. But it was great, and I think it started.
You have that much material?
I do. I have enough. I can probably do about 400 songs. I could do probably about 7 hours without having to repeat anything.
Without having to repeat anything?
Without having to repeat anything.
Wow.
And it comes in handy. Like I said, and that's a big variety of music.
It's got to be.
You know,
I don't even think I have any songs on my podcast.
That's pretty
on my
impressive.
on my
You know,
phone.
I used to do the band thing, and we would run out of songs, and we would just say, "Oh,
special request."
Someone requested the song again. Of course, nobody did, but we just played again. Nobody ever knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
impressive.
it's very rare that I've had. I don't even think I've had to do that many, but I have that many that I can do. I have my favorites, and I know like the people by their faces, like their favorites as well. So I mean, I veer more to that, but it's there if I need to.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, if anybody's more than willing to put a request on $100 bill, I'm more than welcome. I'm more than willing to try to do that.
And you got the typical big champagne glass on the piano, or
I have a 4-foot wine glass, and it gets more attention than I do.
Wow.
You know, but you know, it's all part of my show. It's all part of myself. All these little gimmicks of me dressing up like Elton John, me doing a Ray Charles, or me doing Village People. I have people on stage, and I have enough costumes for everybody to dance around. It's just making memories, good times.
you're not the typical.
Making it fun.
Yeah, definitely making it fun. I want to go check you out. I have to go check you out. But you're not the typical guy that just sits in the corner and plays music. You are the entertainer. You demand attention.
Table dance.
You know, yeah,
Which is making that's good.
I do. You know what? And it derives from the whole fact that I grew up playing in these Tejano bands, and all our musicians were wireless. We'd walk around everywhere and playing. I'd jump on tables. I've had my share of falling down right in front of people at weddings and busting my behind, playing saxophone
And still playing.
and slipping, playing saxophone and slipping and falling on my back right in front of everybody. I mean, I've had plenty of that, but the entertainment of me demanding attention, I do. I love the attention, but I also love, like, I'm not like a background singer. And I understand that. Like, there's some places that want background music.
Sure.
That's not for me. That's not for me. I like people to
want it
notice,
all.
and I want people like, oh my gosh, I love that song, this and that. So the reason I dress up and do these things, besides the fact that I love to entertain, is like, I'm stuck behind a piano now. I can't just take it with me, or my keyboard. I can't
get one of those
guitar.
guitars.
Guitar, yeah, because that's 280s for me. And I used to have one of those.
You have to grow out a mullet.
So like being stuck behind a piano, I still want to entertain. So that's why I came up like, you know what? I don't mind dressing up and looking like a fool, but it's all in fun taste. And it creates a happy, fun environment, and that's what I'm all about. Yeah. So
And one time, a story that you told me one time where they made you sit like afar from everybody else, man, where nobody could see you. And I remember you saying, like, little by little, you just kept like fighting your way to it,
Getting closer.
well, to where you could finally.
I don't remember that story, but that sounds very accurate. I'm not going to say I'm not saying you're lying because that sounds like me.
That sounds like Anthony.
Worked his way until you got to finally the view of the crowd where they could see you, man. So.
I remember. I know you're also a lead singer for the Chicago tribute band, Windy City, and I remember going to go hear you guys during the summer, and me making my way on stage with you guys as well.
We called him up on stage, and he took over.
He just so happened to have his Elton John costume.
No, I just really love doing what I'm doing. A lot of people don't know that I've been a hairstylist and a barber for 21 years. So I've done that full time for probably.
So how did you go from sorry to interrupt you.
No,
sorry. How did you go from musician to wanting to do hair?
Well, I hate to say it, but since you asked, I might as well tell the truth. I was 21 at the time, and I just figured the best way to meet women is doing their hair. And it was.
Yeah.
And it was.
Sure it was.
So hairstylist,
a hairstylist. Yeah. I have a license in New Mexico, Texas, and Nevada, and it's a
great way to women.
It is a great way.
states. You really wanted to be.
Oh yeah. So, but you know what? I had kind of retired from doing that as of 2013. Whenever old Paso first voted me best singing, entertaining piano man. So, kind of put that aside. Now I've been grateful and thankful enough that I can do this full time and
wow. Pretty cool.
That's been like 8 years already on voted.
Yeah.
Wow.
8 years running.
8 years running, and the last 2 years named best of the Southwest.
Wow.
So
Excellent. And I know you play at these top-notch restaurants that are voted number 1 in New Mexico, number 2 in New Mexico, number 3 in New Mexico, and you play in all these places, man.
Yes.
Great,
they're awesome. You know what? It's just the environments are great, but the food and the quality, everything is.
You want to do a shout out to some of these restaurants? I know
You
some of
know
these
what?
restaurants
I
are
really
great,
would
man,
love to do a shout out to all these New Mexico places. First of all, Artesia, New Mexico, Adobe Rose. If you guys are around in the area, you guys have to try this place out. It is one of it's top 3 last year of all New Mexico, and to give you the rating of it, it's Santa Fe, Artesia, Santa Fe, or this is Santa Fe is top 4, and this place, Adobe Rose, is on that top list, and it deserves it. It deserves it.
That's where you play at every.
I'm there during the summers. I'm there during the summers. Wind down Wednesdays, and you guys have to be sure and check it out any day of the year. Great.
Especially Wednesdays.
Especially Wednesdays when I am there. I mean, sheesh. Of course, Roswell, where I'm from, Roswell, New Mexico. The number 1 place now is Antigua. Cocina Mexicana. And this place is just spectacular. They have done a great job, food-wise, quality-wise, service-wise, decor-wise. It blows out of the water. It is fantastic. Yellow Bricks, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Great place. You guys have to go try it out anytime. All these places, of course, just because I'm not there, you guys have to try them out. I support them. Baker Brothers Holidays in Hobbs, New Mexico. You guys have to try it out. It's phenomenal food, phenomenal environment. I mean, you can dance right where you're sitting if you like to. I mean, there's a stage, there's a dance floor, there's plenty of places everywhere. Ruidoso, New Mexico, Alto, New Mexico. I mean, all the country clubs all around are just great, you know.
I bet. Nice. What about here in El Paso? Are you going to be doing anything here anytime soon?
You know, I don't have anything right now. Anytime, the ones that I do have are private contracts. Those are the ones that I don't advertise because they're not open to the public.
Sure.
And, but I would love to do. You know what? Actually, right now during this colder winter season, I would love to do like a wind down Wednesday somewhere. So if anybody in El Paso has any ideas, or you guys please shoot us a text or a DM or anything like that, or let me know. Like, you know, I'd be more than happy to see what we can come up with. It a Wednesday would be great. I don't have too much availability time wise because I'm on the road, but
but weekends you're pretty busy.
Weekends I'm pretty busy, but that's what I'm saying. Like while I'm here in my hometown, I would love to be able to. I have a lot of people constantly asking, "When are you going to come play for us?" And I just don't have the time. Yeah. But right now is a little bit more downtime, and I would love to come. You know, have a periodic show, maybe every other week or something like that, at a couple of different places here in El Paso would be great.
Are you your own management?
I am. I try to take care of everything all by myself. That's kind of the reason I got out of the whole band situation.
So you don't want to be in the back? You want to be the only one?
Well, funny you say that. I was never in the back. I don't know why.
Not surprised.
No.
If someone calls looking for you, they're going to deal with you. And
they'll deal with me, and it's just so much easier. I like to deal with it just by myself. Sure. I have all the time in the world to do that, and not have to worry like, well, did this get done? Yeah, you know, just take care of it all by myself. You know, sometimes I do have to get onto my bass player or my drummer. And this is my bass player. And this is my drummer. This is the keyboard player, piano player.
So you're constantly high-fiving yourself.
And I am a singer. I am the piano man, Anthony Torres.
Now, if you can find a way to incorporate the haircutting into your show, that'd be audience participation.
Actually, I do incorporate it because I do carry my clippers. And I cut my own hair every 3 or 4 days. So that's about it. In hotel rooms.
Nice. Wow. Very cool, man. Wow. And how will you get a hold of you so people can know?
Through Facebook, Anthony Torres. My phone number 702-581-8994.
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get a hold of me and find me and all that.
Okay. Very good.
Well, you're gonna play something for us? Got to.
Well, you have okay. Let me. Let me give you this scenario.
He doesn't have his outfits. He doesn't want to play.
Let me give you this scenario. You have a sign company, but if you had a sign company but with no printing paper,
gotcha.
Of course,
you have a keyboard but with no sustain pedal. That's like having a heart with no pulse.
Okay.
So are you gonna play for us?
Let's close off the podcast and then we'll jam out.
Okay. Actually, I have a sustain pedal in my car.
You just saw it along with your Elton John concert.
Nice. Oh boy.
No,
nice.
man.
We'll definitely put something up on.
Yeah, we'll put something up, man. We'll jam out here.
Okay.
You want to advertise for you, brother?
All right, appreciate it, guys. You know, I really appreciate it. We've been trying to do this since last year. I'm super busy, but like I said, during the winter season, it slows down a little bit for me. So I had some time to come hang out with you. I'm usually here every day asking for something to be printed.
Yeah.
So anyway,
did you guys meet because of a show?
Or no, we met through a mutual friend.
Mutual friend, yeah.
Mutual friend. We just kind of
gotcha.
Been hanging out since.
Found out this guy was from. You guys were actually from Las Vegas, New Mexico.
That's
right.
Yeah.
So I guess the whole New Mexico vibe
thing.
just kind of like, oh man, I remember that. I remember this. I remember that.
Have you played Vegas? You probably have.
With the band, with the bands back in the day.
Yeah, back in the days, he used to play up at you. I know you go up through Taos and Peñasco and all that.
All those places, Española, Camel Rock Casino, all those places we used to play all the time. So
nice.
Now these days, no, I haven't been working up there. I'm usually around this area, like I said, Southwest New Mexico.
You helped us with my uncle's wedding. That was fun, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wedding, Uncle Rick's wedding.
We've done a lot of little things here and there, but no. But people that do know me, I give all my thanks to Diosito.
Sir.
You know, he's the one who takes care of me. He's the one who gave me all my talent. I know that's what I found out. I know all you guys, but I'm more been a lot more friend with Nathan here, and I know he's just such great people. And the more I hang out with you guys, well, great people, and that's why you guys have such a successful business as well.
Appreciate that, man. You're not so bad yourself.
I appreciate it.
Right on, man. Thank you for your
Cool.
time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out, man.
I appreciate it.
Times your story, man.
Hey,
Interesting.
I'm surprised you dragged me out of bed this early.
I'm surprised you're up this early.
I usually like to wake up at the crack of noon.
Yeah, musician. Yeah.
Excellent.
No, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so
to
much.
Anthony Torres for
That's right.
joining our podcast. Check him out on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure to subscribe to our SignBroCasts.
Share
We're all
this
up in
around.
your business, and we'll see you next time. Signing off.
Adios.
See you guys. Appreciate it.
Some Rose is the place where we make a sign.